Hello everyone, welcome back to Alka Space. This is Dr. Alka Arora and today I'm going to talk about how to structure your day, how to manage your time. So this video is for students, their parents, their teachers, everybody who think that he or she is not having proper time and not having ample amount of time to do the things that they really want to. So keep watching this video till end because I am going to share a very important point, only just one point. I'll elaborate only one point. You may have gone through a lot of Google articles, videos on internet on how to manage your time, and you get to see, you get to watch, you get to listen, and a number of points, a number of tips and tricks on how to manage time. That is okay. We learn a lot from those things, but today in this video I'm going to focus on just one thing that will totally change the way you think. So keep watching till end and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. When you are able to manage your time, when you are able to structure your day, it is like a source of energy for us. It is like something we always wanted to achieve and we were unable to. But what is the main reason? The reason is our belief. What we do, what we think is actually because of our belief, and we usually believe that we don't have time, we are too busy to do the things we really want to, and we end up doing nothing at the end of the day. It happens usually. We end up almost every conversation with the phrase that I don't have time. But no, this is not the case. So let us first understand what is time. Time is a dimension. A second, minute, hour, day, year. This dimension is the biggest part of our lives. Something that once gone can never be retrieved. Something of value and is not valued much in actual sense. We all talk that time is money. We all put this phrase into conversation, this yes, time is money. We all value money, but we don't value time. We usually end up wasting our time by the end of every day. But what is the reason? Why do we waste time? This is the question that we need to ask from ourselves, that why do we actually waste time? We all plan, we'll do this, we all dream, we all put the things on our vision board, we put the things in writing on a paper that yes, we want to achieve this, we want to achieve this, but by the end of the day or a week or a month, we usually when we look back, we see that we wasted time, we didn't have time. But why don't we have time? This is never the case that we do. We all have been given 24 hours by God. How do we utilize these 24 hours is up to us. And why can't we utilize these 24 hours? Why don't we usually do something of value? Because those things are not in our priority list. If you say that I'm too busy for something to do, then my dear, you are telling a lie. No, this is never the case. No one is too busy to do something. This is just about priorities. If you think that certain thing is in your priority list, then you will naturally take out time to do that very thing. So if anybody says I don't have time, I'm too busy, that person is totally lying. That person is not true to himself, not true to yourself. Remember, this is your time, you own it, and you need to manage it yourself. This universe is so vast. We have so much to explore. We have so much to focus on. But what we are actually focusing on? We are focusing on the things that are actually unimportant for us. So when I talk about priority list, when I talk about priorities, there are two things. That is, there are two kinds of tasks that are important and that are urgent. Urgent, that actually yes, we need to do on time, we have to fulfill those responsibilities. Important is that we think are important for our life, we think that will contribute in making a good life for ourselves. Those are important tasks, and some are unimportant. What we usually do is, what we as students, as parents, as teachers, anybody including myself, we kill our time and we spend our time on social media. We all have Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, everybody is on social media. So what we do is we keep on scrolling the things, we keep on looking at the stories, we keep on looking at what others are doing, and from where it starts from, we take out some time and we say, yeah, let me relax. So we switch on our phone, we get into something, we log into our social media accounts, and we start scrolling. And how much time we spend? 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, we don't even realize how much time has gone while scrolling on while looking at these posts. And what happens by the end of it? Our back, our neck becomes stiff. So instead of being relaxed, instead of giving ourselves a good time, we make ourselves more tired, and we drain out our energy on these things, on entirely unimportant things, and we don't have energy to do the things that are actually important or actually urgent for us. So this is what I am trying to say is, when we prioritize what is important for us, when we prioritize what is actually urgent for us, then only we are able to manage our time. Use your brain productively. Our brain is full of capabilities. It is up to us that how we are using our brain, how we are making it constructively productive. I have already mentioned that in a video, that our brain has two hemispheres, and we have right brain, we have left brain. One controls creativity and one controls logical things. So we all have capabilities, we all have potential, we have been bestowed with so much, but we don't utilize it, we waste our time. Now what is the solution for all this? The only solution for this is question yourself. Sit, close your eyes and think. Question yourself, why are you doing all this? Is it that important to get likes on Facebook, to get followers on Facebook, than any other thing in this universe? Is it worth your time? Is it worth your energy? You are wasting so much of time plus energy on this. Is it worth? Is it what you want to do with your life? Is it all you want to do all the day? Is it what you see you after say 10 years or 5 years? Question yourself, close your eyes, sit for a minute, a couple of minutes, an hour, whatever you feel like, and just think, why are you doing all this? Then if you get an answer of this, if you actually get an answer that why are you doing this, and if you actually realize that you are wasting your time, then start planning. Planning is the most important part of time management. I am not talking about some theory or big things about time management. I am talking about simple things, simple routine that we actually need to set up for ourselves, we need to change for ourselves. Plan your day in a way that your priority list is very, very clear to you. When we plan well, we execute as well. But most of us, what we do is we make big plannings, we make a big priority list, but we don't actually execute it, we don't work for it. But actually, if you want to manage your time, if you really want to do something, that is very important to set a priority list. Segregate your tasks into important, unimportant and urgent. Urgent tasks are to be done urgently. That means you need to take a quick action on those. Important are that add long-term value to your life, and unimportant are that make you actually unproductive. Those are really wastage of time. So my suggestion is plan your day in such a way that you keep yourself busy for the maximum time of the day, so that you don't have time to consume the information that is not important to us. Yes, this is about information. The kind of information we consume all decide what we are actually doing and what we are actually believing. This world is full of information. It is up to us that what kind of information we want to consume and what we don't want to. social media is also, Facebook gives us so much informative things, so much productive things, but do we actually concentrate on those things? Do we actually utilize those things in growing in our growth, in growing of our personality? No, usually we don't utilize those information. So use the highest capabilities of your brain. It is all about, a reaction, reactants and products. The reactants is raw material, the material that we put into something, into a reaction, that actually gives us product. So if you will fill something negative, you will get the product in a negative form only. So reactants should be productive, your reactants should be positive. It is like, if you will fill the garbage, you will get the garbage out. So feed yourself with something very, very productive. Think constructively so that the product is constructive. If you think destructively, the product is destructive. Do not waste your time in something that is not giving you productivity. For instance, we usually spend our time on thinking that how to spend time. Yes, we all do it. Number one, this. Number two, we usually kill our time on the things like what others are thinking of us. We usually waste our time in impressing others. We usually waste our important, very valuable time in making our others happy. You can't make everyone happy in this world. So set your priority list in this way that you are actually doing something of value to your own life. What we usually do is we linger on the things. We linger on the things till the last date, when the deadline is almost on our head, and we rush on the 11th hour. Yes, we don't have time. But why this happens? Because we don't plan effectively. We don't think in time. We usually spend our time, we usually kill our time on procrastinating. And when we kill time, and finally what happens is, in turn, time starts killing you, and then you realize this, you have wasted so much of time. So stop wasting your time on the things that do not matter to your life. Make a priority list for yourself and do what you want on an important basis. Make those things important. Keep yourself busy. If you think that you have so much of time in your day, go get yourself into some course, get into something that adds to your growth, to your personality. This make your vision long term. If you will look at the biographies of all the successful people, you will go through the life stories of those successful people. One thing you will find in common is they valued their time. Nobody, almost 90% of those successful people come from the background which is considered as low socio-economic strata. They come from that level, but they have upgraded themselves. How? They valued their time. They learned how to manage their time. They utilized those 24 hours to the maximum extent they could. They set their priority list according to their vision, according to their long-term dream, and they worked hard to achieve that dream. Go through, if you will get to know any one of these personalities, they never wasted their time on scrolling the phone, they're on social media, or on feeding themselves with the information that is not useful for them. We usually listen to a word that is deserving. This candidate is deserving and this is not deserving. Why? Deserving is something that you make on your own. Make yourself deserving, and the only way to make yourself deserving is making your time structured, your day structured. Plan your day effectively and execute that plan. So all the best for your future students and parents. Please, you also learn to manage your time so that you can teach your students, your kids, your children, and teachers also. If you know how to manage your time, if you will not rush in the 11th hour, then you will automatically pass this to your students, and your students will learn from this only. So all the best, and keep watching other videos and subscribe to Alka Space. Bye bye and have a good day.